What up? What up?
Yo!
Episode
Seven
7.
of
Yes,
Yes
to
to
Hanks.
Hangs.
Oh man.
Right, I guess we've settled on the title now.
Yeah.
It's not Yes to Hangs.
No,
It's
but
now.
it's. I wonder what episode we'll get to where we're like, hey man, we hang out way too much.
Yeah. We should stop and
Yeah.
call this Yes to Timeouts.
Yeah, and I feel like people are just gonna be like, yo, those two have a lot in common.
They just keep talking.
They just keep talking.
And they wouldn't shut up. They wouldn't run out of things to say.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Nice T-shirt, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look like if you were being hunted in the Philippines right now, you would be
Camouflage.
hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my summer outfit.
Okay.
See, we got a bit of foliage going on. We've got some aviary, avian stuff.
Yeah. Word on the street is that it's very hot in New York.
What do you mean?
It's very hot in New York, and
Why?
my friend of mine told me that it's very hot in New York, and I was like, oh, but it's very hot here. But I only remember that it's hot once a week.
Because you only go out once a week.
Well,
You're always inside.
I'm always inside,
Yeah.
and like I leave early in the morning, so even to walk into the car in the mornings. But then today I left at like 11:30, and it was hot walking to the car. I was like, oh, yeah, and that was my once a week.
In the 40s. That's check.
It's in the 40s. It's
Right.
only gonna get worse.
Once a week, you're reminded it's summer.
Yeah,
Apart from that, you have no clue.
that's crazy.
Wow.
We need air purifiers.
That's technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wait, let's go to my question.
Yes. Oh, yes. We ask a question at the start of every episode so that people in the comments can answer. I have a nose itch. Oh. Okay.
You're a junkie.
Ew, Jesus Christ.
You need Coke. Diet Coke.
Jesus.
Well, okay, here's a question. Speaking of technology, if you were approached by NASA
Okay.
and to be one of the very few people who get to go to Mars
Okay.
and populate and colonize it,
Colonize. Who we're colonizing?
I mean,
okay. Yeah.
tame it and,
Yeah, yeah.
and build a community there, build a colony, will you?
That's a very, there's a lot of dependencies there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, firstly, what's the pull, right? Is it that I'm basically going to have the first child on Mars, right? Like I'm starting civilization out there.
Just be
So like Sahil and Eve,
Yeah. Sahil and Eve on Mars.
right?
Garden of Mars. Yeah.
Garden of Mars, right? And then do I become a farmer out there? Is it easy to get there? That's the thing. How long's the flight?
I think it's going to take about 9 to 11 months.
9 to 11 months to get there?
yeah.
I don't think we're ready to go to Mars if it takes 11 months to get there.
11 months.
I think I'll wait till it's like we get the Concorde version.
We're in the stage of, remember when people used to travel in ships?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and,
yeah.
And Louis C.K. was like, you'd have a whole bunch of people once you get to
Yeah.
your destination. Like you have children.
Yes.
The older people have already died in the ship. And then,
Right,
right.
right. We've discovered like 17 cures to seasickness by the time you get to the other side.
That's where we are now in our Mars mission to Mars
Mission
kind
to
of
Mars.
thing. Yeah. But will you? What made you feel when I posed that question?
How did I feel?
How did you feel?
Well, I felt like if I left immediately, I was like, but what about like, am I going like alone? I want to be with my family.
Right. Those are your considerations.
Those
right?
are my considerations. But I don't know. I don't feel anything towards Mars. I also feel like, have we gone back to the moon since we went to the moon?
No.
No. So this Mars conversation is...
It's not as if NASA is making you decide.
well, I think it's
Sahil, this is not a discussion.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's a yes or no
okay.
question.
No, I don't think. I mean,
Really?
unless it's like the world is pretty much over and we're in I Am Legend land,
Right.
and now it's like, hey, there's one more seat left to go to Mars. You're gonna fry on Earth. Might as well, you know, might as well see what's on the other side of this journey.
What would you even do there? Like, for me, that's the first question. what am I gonna do? Podcast?
Right?
What am I contributing to this team that you're building? You know, my good genes? No, I'm 5'2". I'm probably gonna die at 50. You know?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna wonder what my contribution will be to this new society that we're building in Mars.
So you
know?
would pose the question back to NASA.
Yeah, what am I gonna do there, NASA? Like, why do you need a brown guy to join your team?
Filipinos call themselves brown?
Yeah, we call ourselves kayumangi.
What does
which
that
is
mean?
a shade of brown.
Really?
Yeah. Kayumangi.
That's
is the
interesting.
name.
I didn't know that Filipinos went by brown.
Why? We're not black.
No, but I suppose you do. Every race needs a color,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think
we're brown.
this is where we have to tread carefully here.
Why? We're the minority, so we could just pretty say.
But brown people, like Indians, call themselves brown
yeah, we're brown.
because they physically are
but
brown.
we are too.
Are you? I guess you're a shade of brown. You're what?
Yeah. We're a kayumangi. That's us,
Kayomangi.
yeah. There's literally, I told you about this. I don't know if it was in the first episode. There's literally a place in the Philippines called Negros.
No way.
You didn't know that?
No.
So there's a place called Negros because when the Spanish came in, it was full of black people. And they were like, what are we going to call this place? It's Negros.
Wow.
Until now. Until now, we call it Negros.
So is there like a mixed race is there black in the heritage because of
because
that?
we have... I mean, we've descended also from apart from the Malays, we've also descended from the Itas, the Atas.
What is that?
They're black, short, tribal people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, we're mixed.
So have you done like a ancestry or a 23andMe?
No.
Would you be
Yeah,
curious?
willing? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would want to know.
I'm sure it's available here.
Yeah, I mean, judging by my nose, I will have very strong Spanish heritage.
Really? I don't know anything about Spanish noses, but I
It's
feel
a joke, man. Look at my nose. It's the most anti-Western,
Okay,
un-Western.
well, actually, I think that for the people watching, everybody's going to be curious about what is in your report. And so I did an ancestor, is it 23andMe? One of the two. And I
Okay.
spat into a thing and I shipped it off. So they
Oh.
have my DNA and all that. I was not thinking about all that.
You did that?
Yeah, I did that.
And then?
Dude, 100% Indian. Yeah,
No doubt.
no doubt. And not even like mixed Indian,
Really?
like Sindhi. Yeah.
How long did it take?
It took like a week.
Dude, I want to try that. How
Yeah.
much is it?
It was like $100.
Well, that's not that
Yeah.
expensive.
It's like
considering
$100.
that you would know your heritage and
Yeah, and the whole idea behind that is that people have found people that they're related to, like long lost cousins and stuff like
Right.
that they didn't know that and so they all go into the system, and if you have DNA of people that you know because it's
Yeah.
within your thing, you find out. So one day you're someone's someone's friend, and then the next day you're like, hey,
he's your cousin.
yeah, we're cousins, we're long distance cousins.
I think I'm part Filipino, part Hobbit.
Jesus. We need to change the name of this podcast
What?
to just self-deprecating Ram.
Dude, you don't give enough shit. So I gotta
Is
do
that
something.
I feel like they're the forms of humor that exist, especially in stand-up comedy. There are those that are like, go out there and actually tell jokes, and there are those that just shit on themselves for hours.
These
And both are
self-deprecating
equally enjoyable, which is really sad.
No, but these self-deprecating jokes are tools
Uh-huh.
for you to use to be more likable on stage
Yeah.
when you're doing stand-up.
That you don't take yourself too seriously.
Right. But the problem there is if you do too much.
Or you believe it.
Yeah, or you believe it. Or if you do too much, then it's going to turn into a pity party.
Yeah.
So there's a fine line where you could use it
Mm-hmm.
to get the crowd to be on your side, but if you do it so much, it's not a laugh fest anymore. People are just like,
dude, we're trauma bonding now
Yeah.
at this point. This is not.
true. I guess
what
I do
people-
that to someone told me actually, a seasoned comedian. I did a set, and he says, "You're funny, you're likable, you're charming, but you're too self-deprecating." He's on the self-deprecating job, but that's my default. I mean, I can't, make fun of people a lot. So I make fun of myself. And I don't, it doesn't mean I believe in it,
Well, you say something enough times, you start to believe in it, Ram.
Well, sometimes you do it for the joke. Like if the joke's right there,
Yeah.
like that's what she said punchlines
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we throw
If
every
the
now and
joke's
then in
right
the
there,
episode.
you
You
grab
have to
onto
grab
it.
it. If it just so happens that you're the subject, you gotta let it out. You're a vessel
Yeah.
of these one-liners that have to go out.
Yeah.
But going back to Mars.
Going back to Mars.
Yeah, what do you think would be your contribution if you go there?
Oh man, now I'm about to get self-deprecating. It just, when you go to a place in your brain where you don't have enough information to compute.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're writing a film and you're thinking about something that you haven't reached yet, and it's just black. It's so hard to answer that because that's actually a really interesting question because technically speaking, the same contribution that you make on Earth should be the contribution that you're making on Mars.
Which is
like, well, now that you don't have an answer to that, you are literally just taking up space on Earth and you are just eating the food. You know?
I mean, that sort of becomes internal now. You figure out, what am I giving in this world?
Yeah, like my contribution on Mars would be to call my mom.
Imagine that you're in a spaceship full of engineers, architects, scientists, and you. Who are you?
You know what I'd do? I'd say, hey, we're vlogging this thing.
We're vlogging
We're
this.
vlogging this thing. We'll help you come up with some ideas. We'll frame it properly. We'll get you more comfortable on camera. We'll direct you. And then we'll upload it so that the people on Earth can really see what you're up to. And we'll optimize the thumbnails. We'll make sure that you're able to get clicks. And ultimately, at the end of the day, look, we're your guy for brand deals.
Yeah, exactly. And you found your place.
I've just found my
official storyteller.
Yeah.
I'm the official storyteller of the NASA mission to Mars.
But the only fucked up thing would be is that if we get there and then we find out that there's a whole civilization out there and then their humor is different.
Oh, yeah. And then they just wouldn't laugh.
They just won't laugh at the current joke. So you're going to have to tailor it so that it caters to humans and the aliens. So you
find the balance.
But just because obviously we need to set up movie theaters and stuff on Mars.
Correct.
And we need to make sure that they buy tickets. And so we need to come up with currency.
What would be a good...
Would we be capitalistic there, or would there just be so many resources that we're just like, let's do this differently?
That's a good question. If someone were to establish a society on Mars, will it still end up being the same in Earth?
I think it would depend also. It's like, how smart is a civilization there? Because we are so... What's the word?
No, but what if humans have the say?
Well, that's the thing. Humans are so fickle, right? Like we say one thing, we mean something else. There's elements of greed. There's all these things that we take. And then if you go there where there's ample resources and everyone's just kind of living a very, abundant life. And then we go there and we try to monetize everything and stuff like that. Will it be well received by the aliens? Probably not.
Right.
I also don't feel like we are the strongest species. I feel like we are actually, in my opinion, my guess
Pets?
is I feel like we think that we're super, super advanced. I'm pretty sure that there's invisible orbs surveilling us right now that we can't even see. And they're just like, you'll get to us eventually. We're not even ready to communicate with you because you're not there yet.
Right, exactly.
We're just, I heard Apple is suing AI today. And I'm like, okay, that's what we do here on Earth. The two biggest companies in the world that can make the biggest change in the world, they're just going at each other's throats.
Yeah.
So I think that contact will happen when they're ready. It's kind of like you send a
or they're here. We just don't have the awareness. Have you thought about terrarium? Am I saying it right? Or you build an ant farm.
Yeah.
And then you build an ant farm, and then you observe it from the outside, and then they're
we are
unaware.
the ant farm.
We are.
I think so. I think so.
Observed.
And until we get to that higher consciousness where they're ready to talk to us, or where we're ready to receive them, I don't think we.
I don't think they're ready.
I don't think we're ready. I think they're ready. They're just waiting.
But I don't. Yeah, I think we don't deserve them yet. Every time they look at us, and they see men, scratch their balls and smell them when no one's looking.
Oh my God!
What? The aliens are like, nope, nope. They're not ready. Like we've developed AI. Shall we start meeting with them? And then you start seeing these like scratching their butts and smelling. There are men who
There's also dogs that.
Yeah, exactly. So like, come on, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a couple more thousand years.
So basically what you're saying is we all men need to get together and be like, look, we just need to stop doing that. Yeah. And the moment we all we really trust each other that we stop doing that, then the contact will happen.
The contact.
Interesting
will happen.
theory.
Right.
I think we need to make a PSA, a public service announcement to all men.
Like there should be a list of things that we should avoid.
Your hands must be seen at all times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you should stop wearing underwear with holes in them. Yeah. Or am I just that guy? Am I the only guy who... It turns out the only reason aliens can't contact us is because of me.
Yeah, exactly. They're just waiting for Ram to turn 50. Jesus.
No, but if you were given like three people to join you, who would you pick?
Dead or alive?
And I mean, alive, obviously.
Okay.
But the question is, they have to say yes. They would say yes to leaving everything behind.
And our mission is to go and create civilization on Mars?
Yeah, and live in Mars and...
Well, I mean, it would be... Firstly, it would be like... That sounds like a prison sentence. By the way, it's like, wow. Hey, you have to pick 3 people, take them with you to Mars.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
With no proof of anything.
And they should say yes.
I feel firstly, I don't think anyone would. Well, maybe like my loved ones would be like, if you're going to Mars, I'm coming with you. At least I would hope so.
You think your parents will join you?
No. I mean my significant other.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's the real true test of
your
love.
Your parents are you go.
Like I think after like 15 years of marriage, the question should be asked like, hey, listen, if I got taken to Mars today, would you join me? You don't have to say yes.
Right.
But like, if I gotta go, would you come with me? It's kind of like that movie that came out on Apple, Eternal, I think it's called, where this couple has been together for like 60 years, and then the husband passes away, and then they go into this middle ground now, where it's like you go to this place in between your heaven and earth, and then you have to decide where your permanent place is going to be, right? So you can, it's literally like a brochure of holidays, and you pick one permanent place and you stay there for eternity. It's called eternity. Yeah. So the husband waits for his wife, right? And because he doesn't wait for his wife, he passes away. So but he's like, I want to go into eternity with my wife. What if she comes and she doesn't choose the same eternity as me, and then I'm like alone for eternity?
Yeah.
And so he's about to get on the train to go to his eternity, and as he's going to the train, he spots his wife. His wife has died like within that window that he has to like pick.
Okay.
So his wife has passed on, and he sees her, but now they come into this middle ground as the version of themselves when they were at their like best. So she goes from old lady to like young lady, and he also goes from old man to young man. Prime. And there's a guy. So basically the old lady that passes away, when she was younger, before she got married to this guy, had a man that she married who passed away young.
Yeah.
That waited in there for 60 years for her. So she comes into this thing now, and she now meets the first love of her life, and then the new guy.
Yeah.
Well, not the new guy, the guy she's been with for 60 years, and she has to decide who she's gonna go to eternity with.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
Eternity is a name?
I think it's called Eternity, yeah. And it's Miles Teller is in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's
Netflix?
It's on Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
It's on Apple TV. Yeah. It was an interesting watch just from the dilemma. But coming back to your question, I mean, that's basically it. You're saying, hey, go into eternity with me. You think she'd say yes? Who?
Your significant other.
Now after 5 years, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think my I don't think my wife, or maybe she will for the spirit of adventure,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure actually. That's gonna be an interesting conversation.
You don't have to have it.
It's just a
You
yes
don't
or no.
have to have it. You're just setting yourself up for like probably you don't want to go to Mars with me. Like it's gonna come up after like a few years. You'd be like, listen, like I know things have changed because you didn't want to come to Mars with me.
But you're on the spaceship and you're like, she said no. And you have to carry that for the rest of your life as you're building. So every time you're digging, your farm in Mars, and you think about she said no, and then you're like
You're
always
just
in pain. You live
But
your
maybe there's something that happens when you get to Mars where we don't feel heartbreak or we don't feel pain the way that we used to feel on Earth. Maybe it's a vibrational thing, and then you go there and you're just like a savage.
because you're distanced from the sun, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, makes you less emotional.
Your relationship with the stars now, degrees wise, your horoscope changes. Yeah, you went from Leo to like horse.
Martian crab. Or
Martian crab.
Yeah, you're like, what's your
sign?
I'm a Martian crab. Are you?
I'm like, oh, so that means you're really like stubborn and mudding though.
Stubborn, and you like soil a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And like you got to wear, a specific kryptonite on you.
Would you be able to survive?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I'd be able to survive. Like, there are a lot of stuff I'd miss if I were to go to Mars and start, assuming we'd be starting.
Yeah, well,
what would you miss on Earth, though?
What would I miss on Earth?
Uber.
There's so many
Talabat.
Uber.
The catty roll we keep having every time.
The shawarmas, the podcasts. What would I miss if I had to go? I feel like we would probably just set up a little version of Earth there.
Yeah.
I think that's what just ends up happening. We're such creatures of habit.
But,
we'll go there.
It's going to take a while,
Well, Dubai built this city in 20 years.
I know, but there's the Mac Hills too, right?
Yeah, we just need to get Danube, Damak. We need to get Imar. Like, as long as I'm going with these developers,
we're good.
We're good, dude.
We're good. We know we're gonna get these skyscrapers.
Yeah, just lock in some commercial property.
Yeah, we're gonna get
set
that.
up the shawarma shop yourself. Make sure that you are.
We'll get gym. I will get gym equipment there.
But to some degree, this is an existential question. This is how people feel leaving home to go to a different country. Like, we're talking about going to Mars because we're so exposed. We've traveled the world. But think about like a young Filipino from the village who gets told that, hey, would you want to go to Dubai? They're going, and they have no concept of what Dubai is, right? It's just
like me. I had no concept of what Dubai is before I came here.
Yeah, and you came here when Dubai wasn't what it is now.
No, definitely.
Yeah. So that's basically what happens on Earth right now. We're just asking me about Mars, and I can't really relate. Like, that's so first world, man. That's so first world. I'm like, why are you asking me such a hard question? Meanwhile, this question is asked to humans every day about different countries.
Yeah, true.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
We went deep again. No, but that's true. Like, every day we're faced with that question, but it's a bit more extreme because, what if it's a one-way trip? Like, from the beginning, like when I came here, I was telling myself I'd stay for 3 to 5 years max. Right? So there's at the back of your mind the end of a journey, so to speak, that I know that after 5 years, I'm gonna head back. But then 16 years later, I'm still here. But that's besides the point. The point is that there's an end by which you'll be able to go back. You'll be able to see your family back. You'll be able to go back.
So this is a one-way trip to Mars.
Of course. It's gonna be.
Well, then that's basically self-sacrifice at this point, right? Like, the guys that are bringing me to Mars. They've formed a cult, and I'm their member. I'm a member of their cult, and that's why I'm going. Might as well make us all drink poison.
Really? That's how you
that's
feel
what
about
it is. It's like, if it's a one-way trip to Mars for no reason, everything is fine here. Then why am I doing it?
Now everything is fine here.
We were not. Well,
we were saying that Earth is like, we're having like bad stuff happening here, the pollution and stuff, but would you like to go to Mars? What are you talking about? We're having fun here.
Yeah.
It's all good. Your perspective immediately changes.
Well, you might as well. Yeah, I guess so. But it's just like, it's the same thing as just following someone into the dark. You know, they've hypnotized you and possessed you, and you're like, sure.
But there's also a perspective where you see Mars as the new horizon, the new world,
Yeah.
and there's a sense of excitement of exploration. You don't feel that?
Well, there's also an element of like, how old will I become? How mobile will I be?
You
What
get
am
into a stasis mode, like
you?
you'll sleep the whole journey.
Well, forget that. I'm just saying, what can you do physically when you're there after a certain age?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you just
I think we're
unless
overthinking.
I think we've really reached. You know, this is where the retention of this podcast, of this episode, goes.
No, you know
plonk.
why I asked that question? Because I saw that NASA is looking for participants. They're looking for 4 people to join them in a simulation. It's a 1-year simulation of a trip from Earth to Mars. Or
It's
Moon to Mars.
simulation, so you're still
Yeah.
on Earth.
You're still on Earth, but it's for a year. You'll be simulating life on the trip, and once you land on Mars. So that would mean no contact with family. I mean, for all you know, people die while you're there, you know, in your experiment, joining NASA's experiment. Things are happening. You know, the world might have gone crazy by the time, you know, that
Well,
you're
yeah.
inside. And when you go out, it's a whole different world.
That would be
Right.
crazy.
Will you do it? Okay. Will you do it though for 1 year?
How much?
Cut off yourself from the rest of the world.
How much are they paying?
You're actually paying for a year.
No, they're paying.
Oh.
I wouldn't pay.
Oh, you wouldn't pay? I thought you said I'd actually pay to.
No, I'd
Yeah,
say
I
how
see.
much are they paying?
I think they're volunteers.
Oh, they're volunteers.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
But
it.
don't you find it like exciting?
I want to
intriguing?
watch. I want to watch the documentary, or we should be able to watch the cameras. There should be cameras inside that is watching this. They should document this. Like this
a-
should be a live TV show, like a Big Brother.
Like a Big Brother, like a yes. What's that? Jim Carrey.
Yes, man.
No,
Oh,
that's
Bruce
not-
Almighty.
No.
Truman Show.
Truman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Truman
Yeah,
Show,
yeah,
where
yeah.
he lives in this
Yeah.
make-believe universe, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't know it.
I'd be surprised if they're not doing that.
That'd be
We
a
would
hit.
want to. We'd all tune in. We'd be like, hey, let's watch the Mars
Can you
live
imagine?
stream.
Yeah, and then they'd still have intrigues, like you're watching Desperate Housewives or Real Housewives.
You know,
or
you don't
something.
even need NASA to do this. We should just create that TV show
Yeah,
now.
isolate them. Oh, that's an idea.
It would cost a certain amount of money to set something up. You know, you would get 4 people in there. We would simulate it the way that we think it should be simulated.
Yeah.
And we would give them enough resources for a year. And we would, you know, ask Claude what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
You know, what are the things they need to be.
Throw enough challenges to make things interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
if they die, they die.
oh. I forgot that could happen. They would need medical.
They would need, yeah.
Well, one of them should obviously be a doctor. You need one doctor. You need one storyteller for
Okay.
entertainment. You need a comedian, a doctor.
I think comedians are very important, essential.
I think they're essential. So if we have 4 people, we need a
Yeah.
comedian, we need a doctor.
A farmer
Why?
for food.
But they're not. Wait. Are they on Mars, or are they in a ship on the
What
way
if-
to Mars?
No, but they have to simulate the food, right? So they have to. What if
Oh.
the spaceship has, you know,
So you need a scientist.
terrarium?
We need a scientist.
Yeah, but also a farmer, scientist. would
No,
not-
you need a scientist, a comedian, a doctor, and a laborer.
an engineer.
The scientist is the engineer.
Really?
We need Neil deGrasse to just go on there. He's like all rounder.
He's not gonna. Do you think Neil deGrasse could plant carrots?
No, that's what the laborer does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
you
you've
need-
got one laborer.
Yeah.
You've got one scientist. What's the other one?
Doctor,
Doctor and
comedian,
Comedian. Yeah.
dream team,
Dream team.
dream
You've
team.
got the
And if you
comedian.
have Neil deGrasse as the, if you have Neil deGrasse as the scientist engineer, then he also serves as a little bit of like
storyteller.
comic relief and storyteller. Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, he's not bad. So yeah, I think that would be an interesting crew. We should set that up here.
Yeah.
If anybody's
But
interested
is it
in
an all men, all guy
oh
group?
shit, I really didn't think of that.
What if the scientist is female? I think adding a female to that mix will end up.
I think that's
in
when we'll
chaos.
need the doctor, just because
Yeah.
like she's not gonna want to be around these people.
Yeah. And people will start fighting, you know, for attention.
Yeah.
Just by virtue of how
Yeah.
men are.
But that's really fucked up that I didn't include a woman.
Yeah.
I apologize
See,
for that.
see, we're learning things
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
Your eyes,
Not about me.
the way you think.
I actually just didn't want them to suffer. This sounds like horrendous. Seriously, I was like, we're gonna put people on there that like.
Right.
That
You know
are-
what I would miss though?
Yeah. Then
Internet.
why didn't we just put a child in there as well?
No, it would be
Because you consider it of them. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine what I would miss is internet probably. Like the ability to communicate with anyone at any time, which is what's happening on Earth.
Yeah.
Which one kind of take it for granted. But if you're in Mars, imagine you'd go back to the time where you'd actually walk to your neighbor's, house to speak to them.
Yeah.
Do you even remember that? Do you even remember?
No, I've lived in places where I don't know my neighbor. I live in a place now where I don't know my neighbors.
Yeah,
I see their cars. I see them leave. I see them go. I tried to say hi. I was like, "Hey, you're new here." They're like,
Right. Oh, they don't.
"No."
Yeah, but I remember back in the day when we'd know everybody. And then they'd bring food.
Yeah.
And then when the plate that you have, you can't send it back empty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so-
you just send it back clean, bro.
No, so what happens is, for example, there's a party there in the neighbor's house. The neighbor would bring us some food on a plate
Oh.
or in a container, and we can't return that without putting another.
That's interesting.
food
That's
in
a nice
return.
little culture. I always just make sure it's clean.
At least you cleaned
At
it,
least I
right?
cleaned it. Because
you're
I
considerate.
don't have anything, and because then that's creating a problem for me. Like if you want to be nice, and like that's the culture, then you're forcing me to do this back to you. Not that I don't want to, but it just becomes a thing that I have to do now.
Yeah. No,
You
but
know.
that's what's being part of society. Sometimes you do things you don't really want, but you have to make nice.
Yeah, I'm learning that I'm not a very nice person right now.
We're not very nice people. Yeah.
No, we're great people. We're doing this for you.
We're thinking about torturing people for a year,
Yeah,
with this
oh, damn.
Mars experiment thing.
Yeah, but
What would be the hardest part of it all? The isolation?
it depends who you are. I think the hardest part for some people right now is just too many people.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But then if you give them the option to never be able to communicate with... Oh, here's another question. Who will you not take to Mars with you?
How many people am I allowed to take?
Well, you're allowed to take 3, but the question is, who will you not consider?
Probably my parents, because I don't want them to have to deal with that.
You're so... What do you call that? Selfless.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. Honestly, this Mars thing, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I want to stay here. I like my safe space.
I like that because it somehow it's also a question of, if you said that you want to go to Mars, then the question is, what's happening to you on Earth and your state of mind here that would make you want to go to Mars,
Yeah.
So if you are like, no, I'm having fun here. I'm good. That suggests that, you're okay.
Yeah. You're okay.
yeah.
That's why I'm curious as to who these people are. I would imagine it's going to be a long list of volunteers signing up for this NASA thing. Like, hundreds of thousands of people that would want to do it. But do they want to do it for the right reasons? Or are they trying to do it for clout? Are they trying to do it because they want to be like the Neil Armstrong, but not really version of like, I did the simulation. Like I get to go on Letterman. Oh, there's no Letterman. I get to go on Fallon
After yeah.
and talk about it. But also like a great time to just like read and become really smart and prepare for that interview and hit them with like knowledge that you've never had before. And that's the interesting piece, by the way. It's like, if you could isolate yourself for a year and come back after a year, what do you do in that year? Are you reading specific books? Are you learning a specific instrument? Because it's almost like this year doesn't count towards your life. It's a you year.
Yeah. Like, what do you call a gap year?
It's a gap year, but like with
Gap year
no
in life.
strings. It's no strings. It's like you go for a year, no contact. You get whatever books you want. You get whatever movies you want. You get whatever tools you want. You get whatever, but you basically, when you come back, will you be the same person? Or will you be forced to do things that you actually want to do now, but are too busy in life to do? and this is the perfect opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And so to some degree, you're actually excited to.
I think that's gonna be a very life changing.
And if that's true, then why don't you do that anyway? Why don't you just say, hey guys, I want to change as a person. I'm going to leave and go to Bali, right? No phone, just me, my books, my things my piano that I want to learn how to play. And for a year, I just want to change.
Yeah. I just think we can't afford it.
Yeah.
But
so it's basically that's a first world situation.
but we try to do it like in a week.
But
We
you
try to
can
be a
afford
different
it though. I'm sure that if you go to a remote place and it's not very expensive, you have some savings, you can afford it.
I think so.
You're
right?
just saying that.
Yeah,
we're
just saying
you're
that.
Just saying that immediately, like resistance to that idea is like, no, I need to work. I need to make money. It's like this rat race that you're in.
But then it's doable.
It's the feeling of possibly feeling left behind. It's like 365 days of me not participating in civilization.
Right.
I could be left behind from that perspective. But if you really think about it, you might evolve yourself to springboard yourself when you come back beyond where you would normally go. It's like
you're
a recharge.
Loading yourself up with energy and all of these, alone time.
Yeah.
So that when you go back, you're ready again.
Well, you just like yourself more, maybe. You've read the things that you want to read. You've written the things you want to write. You've learned the instruments you want to do. You've learned the language you wanted to learn, possibly.
And probably you'll be developing these mental skills where you don't care what other people think because you've survived a year. I faced bears and
bears. Yeah, I only care what the bears think at this point. Like they come back to civilization, you're like you say something mean, you're like, but you're not a bear.
Yeah, you're not.
Like you
Did you see this?
You can't attack me. Exactly. Like I've been through worse.
Like perspective changes a lot.
Completely. I think that's a really interesting thing. And
would you even want to go back?
I think so. I think
really?
so. I mean, it's like monks, right? I mean, that's essentially what a monk does. A monk they go and they live in this world where they're trying to find enlightenment. Some monks return back to civilization after 20 years.
After 20 years.
After 20 years of doing that, they're like, time to come back. But then they come back. So I saw this thing where it's like, people who want to become monks generally go because they feel like they can't relate to what's happening in the world to them anymore. Something is just not connecting, maybe alignment, whatever, and they feel a higher calling to go and search for enlightenment. And so to some degree, there's some people that do that as an escape, right? Then they go and they do that, and they're there for 20 years, and then they come back to civilization. But now it's not even about alignment anymore. It's not about the relationship with the earth anymore. They've surpassed all of that. Everything just is now. And so they don't feel that thing that they felt the pressure for in the first place. So they conquer that and then they come back.
So they're back to the same world, but they're not the same person.
Correct. Which is the hero's journey.
Oh, yeah.
But the monk version of it. The really boring movie version.
Because the monk version doesn't care. It just goes back and, it
Yeah.
is what it is,
Yeah. But actually, that sounds very exciting, but I wonder how long that excitement would last. Just being able to escape, do all the things that you feel like you don't have enough time to do now and just dedicate everything to that, guilt-free, no pressure, no, feeling of anything. Just go there like, this is my time.
Right.
Yeah. And I suppose that's what a gap year is, but you're too young to really know. I think it's different. Maybe it's a different stage in your life where you do that, where
I guess because now you have trauma. I mean, you've gone through stuff.
Yeah.
When you're older, when you're in your gap year, you're full of adventure, you're full of energy. Now you're seasoned.
Yeah.
Your hair is a bit salted, and then you've gone through stuff. You've gone through pain.
Yeah.
There are things that you would like to be healed from.
Yeah.
So the approach might be different. It might be a bit more reflective.
Yeah.
As opposed to more physical.
So this is a very millennial conversation for sure. I feel.
Really?
I don't know. I think so. I don't know how many people resonate with or agree with possibly leaving and going into isolation for a year.
But that's
I did that for
right?
10 days, by the way. Last year, I went to the mountains in Coorg in India.
Coorg.
Coorg, yeah. tea plantation or coffee plantation.
And you weren't
Beautiful.
connected to the internet?
So I
or?
turned off my phone for 10 days, but I had internet on my computer so that I could, because I was using it to write, I was using it to like just be able to plan certain things. Like I went there with the intention of I want to disconnect from the world, but I still want to be able to have access to information, so that I can use this time. It would have been different had I not had internet, but I made a conscious decision that that's what I would need. And 10 days, they were very slow, for sure, but it was nice to slow down. And after that, I did feel recharged. I did feel like I want to go again next year and do 10 days fully, like cut communication and do it again. I think it's a great idea.
There were a couple of times that I did it too. Did it when I went to Cuba.
Yeah? You went to Cuba?
Yeah, I went to Cuba. But I think on the fourth day, I'm like, I need internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
The craving became so strong.
Well, it's like,
and
what
I'm
is your
getting-
intent, though? See, if your intent
I
is...
wanted to disconnect
Disconnect is one thing, but what are you using that time for?
just to be.
Just to be. Fair.
Just to be.
Fair.
You know, I did that in Cuba. And also I did that for maybe 3-4 days when I went to Everest Base Camp. On the way down. I just said I'll disconnect because I felt like I'm still very much connected and I'm not maximizing the time that I have. But it's so difficult to disconnect, especially when there's an option to turn on roaming, to turn on internet, and Nepal is so connected now that even a lot of places up in the mountains, you still get pretty good signal. And a lot of the tea houses that you stay in have internet.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. But, I wonder, how long would I last and what type of person I'll be if I go for an extended period without,
Yeah. That's why I'm so fascinated with writers. I feel like writers who, they don't have staff, they don't have businesses, they just have themselves, a blank page. And, the one thing that keeps them calm is that maybe they've got a publishing deal. So they know that they've given an advance to them to write this book. And so they're taken care of that way. And then they can be anywhere. And all they have to do is write and read and, live that kind of life. And that life is very enticing. It is. I mean, it's
Romantic.
hard. It's hard, obviously. But if you're a good writer like Stephen King, writes 600-page books like 5 times a year. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Oh, he does?
I mean, he's a machine. Go look at his catalog. But I think maybe writers live that life a little bit. Like now, for example, I want to work on my film. And I know the best way for me to do that is to not have any distractions, work on it continuously so that I'm in that flow state but I can't take 2 weeks off to just, or at least right now, to just venture off and go and write this thing.
Yeah.
I've got responsibilities.
Right.
But those people who do that, I am always fascinated with that kind of life. They're obviously blessed writers. They've, given proof to people that these are worthy of advances and
Right.
worthy of,
The time that they spend becomes productive towards the end because they get to write the book.
yeah. They get to write the book. They have timelines,
Or
they
a
have
screenplay,
deadlines,
yeah.
but they don't have noise. They don't need the noise. They can go anywhere and just be like, this is my mission. That's the whole intent thing. So going there with a purpose,
So you think they'd survive the trip to Mars?
definitely.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
They
write
would
and
they would
write
just
and write.
write a bunch of books,
Yeah.
send it back in the spaceship,
Won't
or just
be-
throw it into space. Just
Won't
let
be
it
of much
float.
help though to the colony, unless you're a historian. Ooh, that's another
Yeah, historian.
thing. Yeah, historian.
Historians would be necessary,
Yeah, we need that.
or you need a librarian.
There's no books yet.
No, we're taking.
Oh, we have to
we
take
have to
books.
take books.
We have to get memories of who we were.
Yeah, we have to take books. We have to basically pick up a library and just take it.
Which library? Smithsonian. Is that a library? I don't
I
know.
think that's a museum.
Oh, the Louvre. How about the Louvre?
Don't
That's
think-
still a museum, right? Okay.
Yeah.
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 What would you take with you? Oh. What would you take with you to What's one thing? You're allowed to take one thing to Mars on your trip.
You can't take a laptop.
No, it would be worthless eventually there, right?
What would be one thing that I would take? This is gonna be.
Man, that's
I mean, it probably be a photo album of sorts, right? Memories.
memories.
Yeah. And
Mementos.
yeah. Yeah. What about you?
I don't know.
Dude, I just realized like I've been answering
asked
all
the
these questions
I
today.
asked the question and I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it has to be something of significance. But
Man, this
also
Mars
something that-
question really got you thinking, man.
Wow,
You're
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna be thinking about this all
Because I'd
week.
consider it if NASA would ask
Really?
me.
You're
yeah.
gonna apply?
No, if NASA would, if that situation were offered to me, I'd seriously, I wouldn't say no.
Why don't you apply?
I wouldn't say yes
Why
immediately.
don't you apply?
You need to have a green card. Though. I searched the requirements. You need to be a green card holder. But what I'm saying is, you know, I wouldn't. It's an opportunity, right? So I'd still think long and hard about it. It's a yes or it's not an immediate yes or no. I'd wait for some time and evaluate because this is an opportunity for you to be in a different world. And all of us travel. And, you know, whether you like it or not, the reason why you travel is to try and be a different person. You don't want to be that 9-to-5er when you're in Bali. You're trying to be someone else, you know, and this would be an opportunity to really, you know, get to be a different person. The only disturbing part that I would have to contend with is the fact that it's going to be forever and I'm going to leave.
Well, that's the limitation that you put on this.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to Mars, man. We're not going to.
You may not come back.
Yeah,
But just put it that way.
Yeah, we may not.
You may not even make it. Let's also consider, let's just also address that.
That's a film that ends in 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So all of that is also part of the risk. Applied.
Yeah, there's some risks too.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I think that you know, I would like to hear what the audience has to say about their opinion on Mars, and also, I didn't hear SpaceX once. I just kept hearing NASA.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it seems like Elon's way ahead of NASA on this.
True.
So I'd probably ask, is Elon going with you, or is SpaceX having a program? But if you have any thoughts on this matter,
If you've even reached this far.
yeah, if you reached this far, drop in your Mars exploration answers in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. What have you learned today?
That it's not easy to go to Mars.
I've learned that we don't have enough information nor enough knowledge to be talking on this topic. And I want to sincerely apologize to anybody watching this to know that none of what we're saying is scientifically proven.
Correct.
And this is not legal advice.
And seriously, we're in episode 7? Mm-hmm. If you're taking us so seriously at this point in time, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you are watching in episode 7, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to being, the first 4 people.
Thank you, Auntie.
Thank you, Auntie.
And on that note, this
that note.
concludes our episode 7.
Yes to hang.
Yes to Hangs.
Catch you later.